We're going to turn this hate into great. You know what I mean? And, that's what I'm here for.
We text back and forth. I can sense his anger sometimes and the frustration and his sorrow. He's very sorry.
It looks like another gripping chapter of Kevin Hunter's woes is opening, and guys, it's getting worse and worse. The once charming ex of media star Wendy Williams finds himself teetering on the precipice of ruin. Kevin seems to be drowning a sea of debt, but that's not all. There's a whiff of potential incarceration looming over him in a jaw-dropping and almost desperate move. He's approached the courts seeking Wendy's financial support. But that's not all. He's convinced the judge to hear his claim of being unjustly sacked from the Wendy Williams show. It's like he is desperately trying to avoid jail time, and his pitiful attempts are reportedly making Wendy laugh.
I plotted to divorce Kevin, and it all worked.
And you see, guys, there's something to laugh about. Another lawsuit is hanging over Kevin's head, one that could be the final nail in the coffin of his once glamorous life. He's been slapped with a lawsuit from OBS Bank for skipping out on credit card bills. As it turned out, Kevin took out a Visa signature card in 2014, and while Wendy was providing for his opulent lifestyle, he was able to make payments in time.
He used his good credit to purchase property that he chose to wine and dine.
However, in a horrible turn of events for Kevin, the bank is now demanding a whopping $20,000 plus additional charges that he owes them, according to the public statement of the bank. Despite OBS Bank's demand, Hunter has failed and refuses to pay the outstanding account balance. Well, Kevin's life certainly deserves a title of the downfall story of the year. Formerly known as the man of Wendy Williams, he now faces the dire consequences of a life lived in excess.
It comes to what's happening to my entire family and the attack that's happening. It's not just with me. I can't stand and just watch it happen.
And it's not like Kevin tried to deal with his financial holes recently. He had to bid adieu to his grand Florida mansion, sold for $1.25 million. The property boasted 5 expansive bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and spanned an impressive 3,500 FT in the upscale region of Florida. It was a house he called home for 3 years, sharing his comforts with his girlfriend Sharon Hudson. The writing on the wall was clear, and the financial cracks were too evident to ignore. However, Kevin wasn't ready to give up, and as he stated, "I'm not going to let nobody take away from me what is mine, and I need to be very focused for the fight that is in front of me." Now, this may be a dire situation for him, however. His ex-wife Wendy Williams is enjoying watching as this is just another proof that Kevin has always been nothing and no one without her fat bank account.
I truly was the host of the Wendy, the face of the show in the morning and the face of our family.
It's now reported that Wendy is enjoying the current situation, and apparently she had known about this outcome since the very start. You see, when she filed for divorce from him, their messy details of their personal life became the public knowledge. This is also when we learned that, for some reason, Wendy was still sponsoring her ex by sending him a fat almond check every month so he could spend it on his opulent lifestyle and his baby mom.
Also, be prepared to pay for alimony, which I pay alimony,
However, Kevin soon found himself in a state of financial distress when alimony was cut off. All looming credit card debt and other loans that Kevin secretly took cast a dark cloud over his financial horizon. Amidst the stormy weather, he made a brazen attempt to claim what he believed was rightfully his, and once again found himself battling in the courts, this time fervently seeking the continuation of alimony payments. I had a feeling that Wendy's Wells Fargo advisor was up to no good, but I was advised by my attorneys that everything was okay. Well, in February of this year, Wells Fargo decided to stop paying me what was agreed. I'm like, how could you, the bank, stop paying me all of a sudden? You all know how his battle has ended, and he found himself cut off of Wendy's millions completely. It was total blow, which only proved that he was nothing without her. Men get jealous when you start to make more money. Apparently, Kevin was the last to realize that it was Wendy's wealth and influence that kept him afloat all these years. As many fans are saying, this man is a total loser, and without his talented ex-wife, he would remain a no-name. As one person commented, he doesn't deserve a damn thing. She's the one who did all the hard work while he was busy with his second family. He should have known what he had. And another user added, what self-respecting man would take alimony from his ex-wife, much less go to court beg for it? Plus, he cheated on her and bought his mistress stuff with pay cash he created. deserve his now situation. But hey, Kevin's situation was so gloomy that his declining reputation was the last thing he could think of after hitting the roadblock with Aloni demands. Kevin shifted gears and directed his legal focus towards the show and its creators. He filed a colossal $10 million lawsuit against the production company, daring to question their actions when it came to firing him. Seared divorce papers, fired from management, and fired from the show all in the same day within the lawsuit. Evan's arguments were centered on the notion that his dismissal from his executive producer role on The Wendy Williams Show was a direct fallout from the end of his marriage to Wendy. His team did a good job highlighting Kevin's professional contributions and emphasizing that he had played a pivot role in the show's success, the true king behind Purple Chair, as Kevin himself kept repeating his departure from the show, was the turning point, and that's why the whole thing was canceled. As he said, it's clear to say that after I left the show, tumbled hard my intellectual property of creation of The Wendy Williams Show, and how it had to come across was key. They would not have experienced the success they had without me. Well, Wendy was actually boasting about having him fired and divorcing him on the same day I made him my manager. And then when I decided to divorce for him, he had to be fired, and apparently being a true snake hunter decided to use all her words for his advantage in court, despite multiple resources hinting at a mutual agreement post-divorce. Things got nasty pretty quick, with Kevin demanding a whopping half of his wife's millions. But in the end, as we know, neither party would get access to Wendy's wealth, and even the TV star was cut off by her bank. I want to know is where is my money? This is not right. And certainly this is not fair. As the curtains fall on Kevin Hunter's grand act, we find him facing a multitude of troubles, and his financial woes basically left him without a place to live in and with no coins in his pocket. The man who once stood tall beside media sensation Wendy Williams is not only facing bankruptcy, but is now caught in a whirlwind of legal and personal problems. And just as a nasty addition to his financial troubles, his romance with Mistress Sharina Hudson has met its demise, as some sources suggest the Pancake Lady has called it quits and he will suing the guy for child support. How will this man manage this, especially when drowning in financial debt? He's confident that he will. We are quiet, but you know I'm a hustler. I'm a entrepreneur, whatever. I don't have, well, there's a word swiftly whispering the possible explanation to all this, and this is Karma Wendy, who has spent decades being on the receiving end of Kevin's numerous extramarital shenanigans and financial misuse, believes that what he's getting what he deserves. The man who once basked in her success, treating her with disdain and squandering her wealth left and right, is heading right towards the only possible outcome that he had created with his own actions. And it seems like Wendy couldn't care less about his woes. Several conflicting rumors about what went wrong. I don't care about what went wrong. I don't know what his mistress is thinking and how she expects him to pay child support if he had sold and pawned everything he owned, from luxury items to cars and real estate. It's clear that without Wendy's support, his image has crumbled and his life is now as miserable as it came. But here's the thing, guys. There are rumors that he's attempting to rekindle his relationship with Wendy, perhaps with an aim to take a dive into her wealth. Just one more time he was with me begging for forgiveness, telling me to take a moment and he would see it, and we were meant to be together. We are yet to witness if Kevin will receive any monetary reprieve from the Wendy Williams Show producers, but with his current track record, or kind of bad luck when it comes to court filings, there as a huge chance to see his once lavish life go down in shambles as Kevin's financial drama unfolds. The chatter among fans is not fading, as one person commented, "I knew he would not be able to stay afloat, less known to swim, so this is his endgame." And another user added, "Yep, Kevin's karma came soon. And very soon, and the best part about it is Wendy get to witness it well. If Kevin doesn't find a way to quickly deal with his financial troubles, he may have to a new level of life in the future." Now here is a real question. Do you think that Kevin deserves all this mess in his life and he find a way out of his precarious situation? Let me know what you're thinking, and in the meanwhile, don't forget to check my other videos.